Hello, everybody. My name is Maria, and I'm the admin of the Money Making Esthetician Facebook group. And today I'm joined with the one and only Shekinah. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Maria. I really appreciate it. I'm excited.
Do you want to give us a little intro, like how you got into the industry, how long you've been in the industry? Has anything
Sure.
changed since you started?
Yes, so much has changed. So I've been in the industry for 23 years. I initially got interested in aesthetics because I was suffering with some skin conditions of my own. I was getting a lot of texture breakouts. I didn't know why. And I was actually working as a receptionist at a front desk of a salon and spa. And the esthetician there saw my struggle and she took me under her wing and she said, let me make you a custom skincare regimen. Let's start doing regular treatments. And she changed my life. She really gave me so much knowledge about how to take care of my skin. She taught me all about ingredients. And then her treatments really transformed my skin along with the custom regimen that she made for me to use at home. And that just sparked my interest in skin and products and just everything having to do with the whole world of aesthetics. And so I looked into becoming an esthetician, but I was living in Montana, and Montana had no schools for estheticians. So I had to move to the state of California just to go to school to become an esthetician. And I became an esthetician. I've been practicing, but I've been working for other people for most of my career. So I only became a solo esthetician when COVID started. So it's been only about 4 years now. And it was the best decision I made. I was not planning or meaning to become solo. It just kind of happened because of COVID. And I'm so glad that it did because it is freedom in so many different ways. And I'm just so excited to share about why it changed my life to stop working for others and begin working for myself. And also just all the things I've been able to discover along the way. Because I feel like when you work for other people, a lot of times you're only exposed to what they are saying. This is what we use. This is what we want you to use in our practice. And so you kind of have little blinders on and you have to go with whatever it is that they're telling you that they want for their business, which is fine. That's the way things should work. But when you have your own business, you can go out into the world and discover everything, see what you connect with, see what really speaks to you, and bring it into your practice. And that is one of the reasons why we're here today, is because of this amazing device that I found recently that has really changed the game of dermaplaning for me. So I'm excited to share the Lumohs dermaplaning tool with you today. This is an illuminated dermaplaning instrument. It's unlike anything else in the industry because it has a light on it which illuminates the skin while you're dermaplaning. So we'll get into this and I'm excited to talk about it.
So, how did you come across Lumos?
Instagram, that's one of the things that I, just mentioned before we got started here, that's changed so much in the industry from when I first became an esthetician, and that is social media. And social media has been like a huge tool to discover new things, to connect with other estheticians, to share your knowledge, to gain knowledge. So I discovered them on Instagram.
What was your first thought when you saw it?
I was just so intrigued. I was like, this is genius, like pure genius. And one of the main reasons why I really love it is because, normally we wouldn't think that we need more light when dermaplaning because you have your mag lamp and it's right over your client and you are illuminating the skin with your mag lamp. That is so disruptive though in a facial treatment, especially when you have the spa ambiance and the lights are dim, it's relaxing, and then all of a sudden you have to turn on this intrusive light, lower it to your client's face, and begin dermaplaning. It takes them out of their relaxed state, and it just changes the environment. It instantly does. So to be able to maintain that nice ambiance, that spa atmosphere, um, and keep your client in that really relaxed state, having this small light illuminating the skin makes a world of difference. I love it.
How do you think it helps with safety?
So with safety, this tool just helps to illuminate danger zones more than any other light that I've used, more than ring lights, the mag lamp, overhead lights, because it is a direct to skin illumination. So I don't have a blade on this tool right now because I like to begin every treatment without a blade on. And I just do this scan. The doctor that created this tool, Dr. Stephen Hacker, who is a dermatologist of over 30 years, he uses this tool for surgery. He created it. He recommends using it without a blade in the beginning to illuminate what he calls danger zones. So you're going to be able to very easily see every pore, every irregularity on the skin when this light is shown directly on the skin. So I do a scan over the skin before starting to dermaplane, and I just do so by lightly touching the skin with the tip of it and going slowly over the face. And I'm noticing everything. I'm noticing where the vellus hairs are. I'm noticing where the terminal hairs are, where skin irregularities are that are textural or tonal, and then deeper lines or wrinkles, that I want to avoid where the blade can nick the skin. Also scars, that's so important. And then active acne lesions. This helps to illuminate those as well. So I'm able to assess the areas that I need to avoid and the areas that are safe to dermaplane. So this makes the entire treatment so much safer because you're able to see more clearly where you're working and what areas you want to avoid before you even begin working.
And how do you sterilize it?
So this is really easy to sterilize. You can do it in several ways. One of the ways that I sterilize it is I remove the batteries and I put in my UV sterilizer. That's the easiest way. It's so simple. You don't want to submerge it in quartz because this is a battery pack that has to go in here. We don't want to ruin the inside of the tool. Or you can use a cavi wipe. This is another way that I sterilize it. Wipe it down with a cavi wipe. And then of course your blade is disposable. You can pop your forceps in the UV sterilizer with it. Super easy. So easy to do.
So we all know that you are a dermaplaning queen and you created one of the most amazing courses. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the course and how you've incorporated Lumos with it?
So discovering Lumohs dermaplaning device and beginning to use it, understanding how much it elevated my practice, how much safer it made dermaplaning for myself and my clients. And just also, by the way, I have to add that being able to hold this instrument as an esthetician saves our hands so much because the traditional dermaplaning tool is much smaller and it's flat. This is round, so much easier to grip. I think that this saves my hands because I feel like I start to get carpal tunnel if I'm gripping onto something too small for very long. So this is a much easier instrument to hold as an esthetician. So I really love that. Going back to what my discovery of Lumos dermaplaning led to, which is my master course on it, I was just using the tool and thinking, I want everyone to know about this. And I want everyone to understand the benefits of it and how to properly use it. And for those that have been dermaplaning for a long time, I thought I can share my tips and tricks that have helped me with dermaplaning, help it become a main staple in my practice. And for new estheticians that maybe don't know how to dermaplane yet, this takes them through start to finish, everything you could possibly want to know about dermaplaning. So my course has 57 different lessons and it is all video. So it's not, you're not reading any text on screen. There's a few frames that have text, but it's mostly going over information that's already been shared. But I learned visually. So the majority of the course is visual. So there's the introduction to the course, of course, there's key points of distinction. There's covering the theory of what dermaplaning is, covering the benefits of dermaplaning, finding out what sets apart Lumos dermaplaning from traditional dermaplaning, And then I go over all of the basics of like how to attach the blade, how to safely remove the blade, how to dispose of the blade, turning the device on and off, sterilizing it. And then we go into the super important parts, which is contraindications and indications, types of hair. I go really in depth into this. And then common myths about dermaplaning. And then things that, come up a lot when you are speaking to people that have had dermaplaning before, and maybe didn't have the best experience. First of all, they have the myths in their head that you want to be able to give insight on and shed real light on and knowledge about, because a lot of people think, dermaplaning makes your hair grow back thicker or darker, or it causes breakouts. And breakouts being caused by dermaplaning is a real thing. And so I really wanted to make a point to teach why this happens and how to prevent it. So there's a whole module in my course about how to prevent breaking out from dermaplaning. And then covering things like, what if I accidentally cut my patient, where to incorporate dermaplaning into your facial protocols. I actually share my 2 facial protocols for dermaplaning in the course. Those are downloadable assets that you have when you register for the course, and that is covering dermaplaning dry, which I primarily do, and then covering oil planing. So you have my 2 protocols for those 2 treatments. And then I also cover oil planing in depth in this course. So I cover everything, about oils, what different types of oils there are, which ones you should avoid, which ones I prefer using. And then I have a number of different demonstrations that I show, of course, which are start to finish demonstrations. None of them are clips. Like none of them are like a reel that you would see on Instagram. They're start to finish entire sessions of dermaplaning. And I do it on every different skin type. So I have, clients that have full-on acne lesions, active acne, dry skin, sensitive skin, oily skin. Let me see what else here. I'm going through my curriculum trying to explain everything that's there. Then I go over the business side of dermaplaning. So how to incorporate this into your practice, what you should charge for a dermaplaning facial or an add-on of dermaplaning if you want to list it as an add-on instead of making it a part of every facial. And then how to promote it in your practice. There's a lot of good information there about how to market this new service. One of the ways that I like to market it is having my clients take this, or not clients, but having students take this course, because at the end you get a certification that you can display on your wall to proudly let your clients know that you are certified to dermaplane and specifically certified with the Lumohs device. And when you take this course and you become certified, you go into the Lumohs database, which will help clients all over the US be able to locate you. So as this tool becomes more well-known and information spreads about it, people will start to look up, who is doing this in my area, and they'll be able to find you.
So we did get a comment. Alexandra said, the best course. I recently took it with 2 years experience with dermaplaning, and I still learned so much. I highly recommend the course, even if you have experience.
Thank you. I love that.
What would you say to somebody who is struggling with dermaplaning?
Oh, that was a comment. I thought you were reading a review online. Oh,
no.
thank you, Alexandra. She's so sweet. Thank you. Who is struggling with dermaplaning, I would say take this course, because it's going to give you, there's a reason why you're struggling, and it's probably because you're lacking in information, and you haven't seen like a real demonstration that's going to help you understand exactly what technique works the best and maybe what you should be doing. So I would say take this course if you're struggling. I think anyone can learn something from this course. I learn something new every single day from other estheticians. So just because you're experienced at it, I would say still take the course, because there's things you're going to learn. And, you know, I would also say if you're struggling and you take the course, make sure that you begin to practice immediately after, because you want to put into practice the information you've gained right away after you learn it while it's still fresh in your mind. So I always tell people to start practicing immediately after. And one really important part that I have to note is that when you register for the course, you get this tool for free. So you get the tool and a additional battery pack, which is a $260 value. You get it for free when you register for the course. So that enables you to begin using the tool right away, which is really important. And I think that that is such a huge benefit. So you're making an investment not only in your you know, knowledge of dermaplaning, but also in actually getting the device itself.
I want to open it to anybody who might have any questions or is struggling with dermaplaning or wants to know, is oil planing, dry planing, all of the planings?
Let me drop the link to the course. Someone just asked for it, so I'm going to put it here in the comments.
And you guys are welcome to turn on your mics and ask questions. Go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, I was just wondering, on the battery itself, how long does it last? And then also, is it rechargeable or is it once it's done, you just have to throw it away?
That's a really good question. So let me answer that for you. Oops, sorry, I just lost the screen. So I'm going to refer to my note from Dr. Hacker on that because I forget numbers so easily. I'm not like a good number person, but basically, let's see here. So it is not rechargeable, by the way. It takes a special battery, which I've actually never seen these batteries before, but it's a AAAA battery, and it looks like this. Let me show you. So it's this battery pack, and when you register for the course and you get the device, you get 2 of these battery packs. So the battery pack lasts between 4 and 5 hours of continuous use. So that's a fair amount of time to get out of one battery pack. They estimate that you spend about 20 minutes performing a dermaplaning procedure, and that should enable you to do about 12 to 15 dermaplaning treatments. So it makes the average cost of your dermaplaning about 50 cents if you're thinking about the investment of the battery. So it costs you about 50 cents to dermaplane using this tool. You can also buy these batteries on Amazon, by the way. They're less expensive, but the quality of them, you know, Lumos can't verify the quality.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's a good question. And Lumos also sells battery packs, which contain 8 Lumos battery cartridges. And as far as all the pricing goes, you would just have to go to their website because I don't know all the pricing offhand.
Let me go to the website.
Got it.
I'm
And
adding
also,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just wondering, do you guys Shekinah, do you guys offer hands-on classes also, or just only online stuff only you guys have?
I don't offer in-person dermaplaning classes because I can't
Okay.
certify you in person. And there's so much theory attached to dermaplaning that I want you to take the course so that you can watch and learn all of the theory behind it too. But I do allow people to come in and shadow me during facials. So you can come and watch me perform facials that include dermaplaning. You just can't ask questions because it's real clients that I'm working on. So I recommend taking the course. You get the device and you also get certified. So I believe it's much better to take the course than to do it in person anyways. Hi, Stephen. I see you there.
How you doing there, Shekinah?
Good. How are you?
Great, great.
I'm just over here talking about this amazing tool you invented.
I'm so glad. We're so
I
lucky
love
that
it so
you are
much.
able to instruct with it. So I'm very happy.
It's
So,
genius. It's so great.
so we'll do a little intro. This is Dr. Stephen Hacker who came up with Lumos.
Thank you,
The
Maria.
legend himself.
I know.
Thank you. So,
You're
um,
like a pioneer in this industry, truly.
yeah, well, it's exciting. I mean, I know that it's better, and I'm hoping that more and more people make it a standard. Shekinah, how I feel about it.
Mhm.
And I think in so many ways it makes the process better. And we've really changed a scalpel handle from something that was designed for an entirely different purpose to make it something that's great for dermaplaning.
And that different purpose you're talking about is surgery, right? You use these in
Correct.
surgery.
Yeah, we use it. That was originally how I came up with the idea. But yeah, we do hundreds and hundreds of high risk skin cancer surgeries with it.
Wow.
And it was just a natural extension for
Yeah.
derma.
I love that.
Yeah. So I don't want to interrupt. I want to let you run it, but I wanted to say hello too.
Thank you for saying
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
I'm so glad that you did.
Yeah. So
I wonder if anyone else has questions for Dr. Hacker while we have him. I want to show you guys the difference between these two tools. Do you see the size difference? It's really great for an esthetician to have a bigger tool to be able to grip on, because holding a small tool like this for hours on end, this is what causes carpal tunnel. It starts to cause joint pain. At first you don't notice it, but over time it really creeps up on you. And that's why I really love the size of this handpiece. It's so much better, so much easier to use.
it's true. Once you get used to holding that handle, you don't want to go back to the other hand.
Exactly.
Same thing with surgery. It may be intimidating at first, that size, but it's amazing how your hand quickly adapts to it.
So quickly. I at first was a little intimidated, like you said, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger. I mean, if you see the size difference, it's
Right.
substantial, but you get used to it so fast. I mean, within one treatment, I was already used to it. At first I'm like, okay, do I hold it like this? Do I hold it like this? You figure out what works for you, and you just get used to it so quickly. I love it.
Right.
And then I use the same exact blades that I use on my old handle. I use those. It fits, the same exact blades. I use the 10R. And then I remove them the same way that you normally would with forceps. So it's such an easy thing to bring into a practice if you're already dermaplaning, and also just learning by having the master course that helps you to easily learn the technique of dermaplaning if you haven't been using it.
Brittany said, I just purchased last night and can't wait to start using it in my treatment room.
Amazing.
I also wanted to add, for those of you who have purchased or are going to purchase Shekinah's course, Lumos also has an affiliate program. So once you purchase it, you're able to add into the affiliate program. And then I feel like that was such a great touch.
Yes.
Yeah, the other thing is we're listing those who are fortunate enough to take a course from Shekinah, because she's an incredible instructor, really spent a lot of time making a very comprehensive course. We have a listing, and as Lumos grows, and it is growing, you'll be listed as a Lumos certified pro, which is having taken the time to take her course, and we think that needs recognition. And eventually the listing will become more and more popular, and will be a resource for our clients to see who's been certified and who hasn't.
I love that. I love that.
That's such a great idea.
Because nowadays you can get your hands on tools so easily, but it doesn't mean that you should be using them. So the fact that you can get certified really puts your clients at ease to see that certification on the wall. They know that you've been properly instructed on how to do the dermaplaning technique. So that goes really far, I feel like, with building trust with your clients.
So I want to know if does anybody have any more questions? No more questions. Is there anything you would like to add, Shekinah?
I don't know. I just am so excited about this, and I'm really excited about the course. And if you guys have any questions about the course, please feel free to reach out to me or Stephen. I know Stephen, he's taken the course himself and he loves it. And we can answer your questions. But it's really straightforward, to be honest. Everything is laid out for you perfectly. There is a test at the end of the course. So you do, of course, you have to take a test in order to get certified, but you can take it as many times as you need to. So if you don't fail the first, or if you don't pass the first time, you can keep taking it until you pass. And I haven't had anyone that didn't pass. And it's very thorough. I do the demonstrations on both men and women. And like I said, the demonstrations are on all different kinds of skin types. And yeah, I want you guys to take it. Let us know what you think and get this tool for free when you register for it, which is like the biggest kicker. Like, you get this for free. This is a $260 value, by the way, and it comes with a battery pack when you register.
Okay, well, if there's no more questions, please let me add your thing again, your website. I will send this out via newsletter, and then also if you guys want to join the affiliate program. Dr. Hacker, would you like to add anything?
No, I know Shekinah went over everything.
She's
She's
amazing.
here with questions. I'm here with questions. And we hope you get it and you use it and you like it and you tell others about it.
Yes, when you get your device and start using it, you're going to want to post about it. Because first of all, posting about this device is going to get you a ton of engagement, because there's nothing else like it in the industry. Nobody else is using or making anything like this. So it's going to grab the attention of your audience quickly. And for that reason, you're going to grow your, social media is going to grow if you start posting about this. But when you do start posting about it, make sure that you tag us so that we can share your posts too, because we really want to share all the content that's coming out about the Lumos.
Do you want to give us any tips about posting? Like, what do you think that makes the best engagement?
Well, what I have found with posting about Lumos is filming in a dimly lit room really helps to show off the benefit of the light. So I actually normally you would turn on all your lights to start filming when you're filming facial video content. With this, it's the opposite. You want to turn your lights down. So that's one piece of advice that I can give. It really shows off the instrument perfectly.
That's great advice.
Something you might not think of right off the bat, but it's important.
If nobody has any more questions.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah,
Shekinah, and
thank you so
Maria.
much. Thanks,
Yeah.
Maria, for having us.
Thank you so much, and we will get the replay by tomorrow morning.
Sounds good.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.